real talk today. If you've ever said the words, I'm not a numbers person, I want you to pause for a second, because I get it. I hear it all the time. So many of my clients I work with start with this mindset too. But here's the thing. Saying I'm not a numbers person does not help you. It does not serve you. It keeps you stuck. And yes, this might sound a bit mindset or woo-woo, but the words we use matter. They shape what we believe about ourselves. So what if you shifted that internal script just a little bit? Instead of saying, I'm not a numbers person, try, I haven't always been confident with numbers, but I'm learning and improving every day. Can you hear the difference? One shuts the door, the other leaves the door open. So it's about using language that's going to help you believe in yourself, that there is room for improvement. And here's the reality, a bit of tough love now. And I do say this with love. If you want to run a successful business, you need to understand some basic numbers. You cannot shy away from numbers if you want to be successful in the long run. You don't need to become an accountant. You don't need to love spreadsheets, but you do need to understand what your profit is, what is your cash flow, and how to tell if your business is actually growing and successful and not just busy. Because so many people get stuck being busy in business and not actually understanding how their business is performing. And therefore, they're unable to make decisions or take action that really makes the business more successful in the long run. And think about it like this. Let's take another skill, because numbers is often one that has a lot of emotions around it, and probably because of the education system and how people get put in a box, okay? So let's take something, if you are more on the creative side, if you're a designer or an illustrator, okay, someone who does illustrations of graphics, or an artist, or you work in anything creative, you didn't wake up one day with amazing skills. You practiced. It was something you enjoyed, but to actually get better, you practiced. You made stuff that wasn't great initially, but you Googled things if you needed to, if it was more techie, or you learned things from teachers, and you slowly got better over time. You figured it out as you went along, and slowly you improved. And it's the same with numbers. It's a skill. It's not just saying, oh, I'm good or I'm bad. It's a skill that you develop over time, and you need to be open to developing it. It's something that can get better. So you don't need to be naturally gifted. You just have to be open to learning. And I see this all the time with my Xero Hero program that I run. People come to me feeling completely overwhelmed, unsure, and if I'm honest, a bit defeated. But after a few weeks of working through the content, working with me, they're saying things like, I finally understand my reports. I'm not scared of my numbers anymore, or I feel in control of my business. And it's possible for all of you. And it's not magic. It's just a bit of mindset plus support with the right tools, and you can get there too. So if this has been your story up till now, saying to yourself, I'm not good with numbers, if you've been telling yourself, I'm not a numbers person, I want you to try something different today. Say it with me, literally out loud if you can, and say, I am learning to become a numbers person every day. I am learning to become a numbers person every day. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. So remember that. And next time you open up your Xero or whatever accounting software you're using, and you have a little voice that says, oh, I hate this stuff, remind yourself you're getting better. Okay? You're building confidence. You're stepping into your role of a CEO, or the role of a CEO who understands their business. And if you need help, that is literally why I created my Xero Hero program, and I run free workshops that you can join to begin this journey, to make this whole numbers thing feel less scary and a whole lot more empowering. You do not need to know everything, but you do need to start, because if you don't start, you're not going to get better. So in the description, I'm going to add a link so that you can save your seat in my next free live training workshop, where I will take you through some key elements of Xero step by step so you can begin your journey of building your confidence with numbers. And hey, you might still say afterwards, it's not my favorite part of running the business. And that's okay. It doesn't need to be your favorite part, but you can still become good at it. So let's stop saying I'm a numbers person and start saying I'm learning, I'm improving, and I'm capable, because you are. Okay, you genuinely are. Thanks for listening.